March 23rd, 2026, 10 o'clock a.m. Bring this meeting to order. Roll call. Shane.
Here.
John.
Here.
Starks here. 4, approval of minutes of the last meeting, regular March 16th, 2026.
Make a motion to approve.
I will second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Number 5, discussion of possible action regarding the phone systems with Grayson Bagby, Diverse CTI. Did I get your name right?
Yes, sir.
All right.
How are we doing today, folks?
Good.
And what's your name?
My name's Josh.
Josh?
Yep.
I gotta get that on my.
Okay.
What's your last name?
Cochran. Cochran. And you said you didn't even need one, so yeah, I got a cell phone. Okay. All right, guys, and I brought Josh. Josh is the owner of Diverse. Okay, and so he can give you a little bit more of an insight. Now, we brought our proposal to fix your phone networks up, okay? And Josh will give you a little bit more insight on what all that entails, but you guys will be happy. So, Josh, take it away.
Take it away. Well, great. Thank you guys for letting us be here this morning. Appreciate it. This is just a proposal to kind of replace what you guys have right now. The great thing about this really is that we've put together a whole complete package so that you guys don't have to worry about any issues or any further finger pointing when there might be an issue. All phone systems are kind of going to this voice over IP, right? And voice over IP really just means that the phone signal's coming through your computer network.
That's what we have now.
Yeah. And one of the big problems is that everybody likes to point fingers when something doesn't work, and this eliminates that. We're going to take full responsibility for any issues that happen. So we provide all the actual physical phone sets for you guys, and if there are any issues that you need. Now Grayson included this little comparison package. That's for our IT services. Sometimes that gets automatically put into our proposal packages, and that's something you can add on later if you want. The main proposal is that, this one that you're looking at that says the Elevate. Yep, that's the one right there. So we provide, included in this cost is all of the cost of the actual phones themselves that will sit on your desk. But also the part that you don't see is if you want, it is already part of the service that's built in. You can have an included app on your smart device that's linked to your desk phone. Now, a lot of people say, well, why would I ever want to do that? Well, occasionally you could have a power outage here. You could have an internet. The fiber optic cable could get cut. And the app, which you can leave off the majority of the time, you can launch that app, and it is the same as what's on your desk phone. And if you were to make a phone call from the app, it's like you're making it from your desk. And the cool thing about that is you're not giving away your private device phone number where everybody can call you, so your caller ID shows up as, from the county, and you can conduct business that way. You can transfer calls to one another that way. If you did need to go on a trip, or you were maybe at a conference, maybe you're at the ACO conference and you want to make calls or need to sit down in your hotel room and make some phone calls on the county's behalf, you fire that app up. So from a disaster recovery standpoint, it's a fantastic option. And just from sometimes you might need to make some phone calls and you're not in the office and you don't want to use your personal cell phone for whatever reason. So that's just already included and built into this. So it's extremely robust in the sense that even if something goes wrong here at the county where the internet goes down or some cable gets cut, then you can launch that app. Additionally, some people we're finding are just kind of tired of the whole phone set on their desk, altogether. And so, already built into the technology of this platform is you can launch the whole phone on your actual computer and make phone calls and all the stuff on your computer itself. That's just the way all technology is going. So there's no extra cost to any of that. It's just already built into the platform. And any issues that you guys have ongoing, it's unlimited support. So there's no additional support cost that goes into this. In terms of like if you're having a phone issue and you call us and we're helping you resolve that issue, whether it's our fault or we find out it's someone else's fault, there's no extra cost to this. So the service to all of this has, including on-site trips, if we have to come out here, is already included in this. So to me, it's just a fantastic package that's a kind of a win-win all around. So I'll stop there and any questions?
I have a question. So if you're able to launch it through your computer, would it then have the capability to be able to do some messaging? Like I'm in the
Yes.
treasurer's office, so ad valorem tax payments. We had an external program where we could message taxpayers at their request. They would have to approve that.
Like an
obviously.
SMS text?
Correct, yes. So would we have that capability through
Yes.
this to do that? Okay.
Yeah, you can add that on. I don't think we have it built in right now, but it's $30.
Okay, so it's
$30
a
a
minimum.
month.
Okay.
And I think you get some text messaging already built in. I want to say it's like 500 texts from your personal extension.
Okay.
But if you want that to have the county main number, that's the $30 that I'm talking about.
It
And-
got quite expensive, that's why I didn't think that would
Yeah, it's
be a good expense.
yeah, it's $30,
Okay.
and you get I think you get something.
Is that for all phone lines or?
So
is
think
that
of
per-
it, yeah,
per
think of it as the
console, or how is that?
think of it as the main number. So each individual extension or phone that's sitting on a desk, I call that an extension, just so we get on the same page. An extension is the phone that sits on the desk. And that has a separate phone number that comes to it directly to you, to that phone, right? So you can give that number out separately from the main number. And that way somebody could call directly. Now you could also not ever give that out.
Right.
And just have that as your own private number, and maybe that doesn't ever go out. So it's up to you whether you hand that out. But you can text people already from that as it stands right now. You get like 500 free texts from your own personal number. But if you want to turn it on for the kind of the department itself, and maybe have multiple people even managing that together, that is in the computer app when you sign in. If we turn that feature on, it's like $30. You can now message text people, and it's just like what you see on your phone, right? Like just like, except it's just a computer application that you're launching. You can see the phone number. If you have 3 people assigned, you'd be able to see that they've replied. You can see the whole chat, so it's like a group. And you may only want to assign that to one person in the office, and that's fine. But it's also nice that if you've got 2 or 3 people managing that, so if somebody's gone or they're picking their kid up or something, then 2 or 3 of you guys can manage that.
Which is nice because we're in that season of making courtesy calls for
Yeah.
those that are in a delinquent status. So
Yeah.
it's just it's a very polite way to say, hey, just a friendly reminder. And we have a lot of taxpayers that are really wanting that.
Yeah.
Hey, can we get that little reminder?
The only extra cost that you'd find is if you start going crazy, like over
Sure.
1,000 a month,
Sure.
then there's maybe it's minimal, but you get some extra, you buy more in the bucket, so to speak, of texting, but you get like something like 1,000 a month
Perfect, thank you.
for that $30 charge.
Yeah, exactly. Is it comparable? I mean, we're spending money and we're not satisfied now, right?
Right, and
This
It's
is
actually
this
cheaper.
is actually
Cheaper.
cheaper.
It's actually cheaper.
and better.
Yeah, we don't have anybody.
There's 2
maintaining
prices I do want to point out.
Pioneer
on this
provided,
quote,
we don't
It's
have
been
anybody
anything,
maintaining
you know what it's working on. Yeah.
There's 2 prices. One is without the government FCC charges, those are tariffs. And the other one is, so the 1461 includes the FCC tariffs. We only do that because sometimes we walk in and other competitors have not included the tariffs. And so for an apples to apples, we have that amount on there. But the real amount that they're going to, even our competitors, like, why don't you just put the tax in? That's the actual charge the FCC is going to tack on. But
Yes.
sometimes they, in their bids, they don't do that. So that's
Right.
why that it's a
You
little
got
maybe
to, yeah.
confusing, but this price right here is the one that you
And that's still
monthly, and that's still,
$100
yeah.
cheaper, I think.
still cheaper than what you're paying right now.
Now, we have the A-Link phones now, so that's what you provide is the A-Link or?
Yes.
Okay.
So, well, a little bit of a difference. So what you folks have right now are the Bluetooth phones. Okay, we do not use those Bluetooth phones. All right, there's too much stuff going on in the air, and that's how the calls get dropped. You know, we even told you we actually troubleshot those phones whenever they first came out, and they didn't clear our quality. Okay, and so what we offer you are phones that will not drop, and you can even choose from a list of ones that you like. So, but not Bluetooth.
Something I was trying to figure out is, do those phones have the capability of programming a certain button on them, or like a panic button? So that if Rachel pushes a button that says,
Yes.
it just automatically plays a preset recording alarm in treasurer's office at such and such desk, so it knows which terminal it came from, or which.
If you have the alarm system that plays that, then there are things that we can do to connect our system to do that. Do we have a button that can program to do a lot of different stuff? Yes. It is not currently set up to call everybody and play an alarm message, but we have the capability to add that on.
Our old system used to have some panic buttons in the offices.
Yeah.
That the batteries were always dead and they didn't work, and that system's gone.
Yeah,
So we were trying to look for something.
yeah.
But that way it would give everybody at every desk the capability of saying, hey, not have to get up and go to the counter to push a button.
Right.
At the same price.
We'd have to add on some technical like boxes that would allow that connection. I'd probably want to sit down with you and find out, like map out exactly what that is. Does your current system do that?
We don't have a current system. That's
Okay.
Our old one just didn't work at
Yeah.
all, so it was removed.
Yeah, and what we're finding too is in the app that's on the phone and in the computer interface, you guys have the ability to set up chat, like this instant messenger with everyone. There's usually a group chat that what we're finding, people are starting to use that for their emergencies.
Instead of a panic button, they
Instead
get
of a
on there and
panic
say,
button.
Randy, get down here.
Because that
Whoa.
goes to everyone that is on that chat. And if you have the app and you're not in the office, if you've allowed the app to work on your device, you get notified on that too. So it's a little bit of a broader application, and it's already built in. So I don't know if that meets. I would understand if you said, well, you know, it's not a button that if in an emergency pressing that. But I'm just sharing to you what some industries are kind of like the chat, maybe even better because it's.
Well, a lot of times it may have unruly somebody that comes in and causes
Yeah.
a problem. They're not sure. It's handy if they just reach over and say, push one button, and it
Right.
may just send out a text or whatever. But something that they can just kind of a panic, not have to say, hang on a second, let me type it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
hold
Right.
up.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, so this infrastructure can handle the add-on things to handle stuff like that, but that is not like the buttons and the device that would play that recording and things is
But
not
we could, but
packaged in.
you could buy the
Absolutely.
additional,
Uh-huh.
but it wouldn't be an extra monthly charge once it's set up, right?
It would be, yeah.
It would be an extra.
Well, that box, right, is
Right.
gonna be, I mean, we're talking again, probably $30 a month, because that box is gonna sit on the system as an extension. And that's the way these work, right, is that
That'd be per box, so it'd be per office, $30, or for the whole system?
well, no, the box is something that would call everyone, or it would do a page
So you're
and
talking
announce.
one
So we're
box.
talking one box, $30.
Okay.
Right? Now, the other thing I would want to make sure of is that, like, where is this going to play? What speakers is this going to play?
It would be in the sheriff's office.
Right, and so I just want to make sure that I get that right, and so we probably need to, but I think the expense would be fairly low, right? Yeah, so something that would probably do a page, we'd create a page zone time zone, because, it's just programming, right? You just say, new page zone, who's in that page zone? All the sheriff's office phones are in that page zone. So that when we hit a button on the phone that tells that device, page the zone and play this emergency message.
Okay.
So it sounds like it would be minimal in terms of the system, but
And then my next question is, if we do call a technician, and we have a problem, who would we be dealing with and where are they stationed, where they're coming from?
So we have, our staff is we have 20 local employees in Oklahoma. They're all here. Our company has been around for 42 years.
Any of an Alpha?
No.
Where's here?
Oklahoma City is the central area. We have a field office in Tulsa, and we're all over the state. I mean, our field techs are driving everywhere. So
If we
Express,
have a problem and the system goes down and we call you,
yeah.
how long is it before somebody's here?
Well, if it's a physical issue, then it would be the drive time from wherever my guy is to get here, whatever that drive time is. I've got guys that are all over the state doing service calls, so it could be 2.5 hours one day, and it might be 30 minutes another day. I'll tell you that 99% of the stuff that we do can be done over the phone, and remotely. And we're pretty used to this. One of our clients is Express Wellness Urgent Care. They have 80 locations over Kansas, Texas, and Oklahoma. 800 employees. So, we want a very robust platform, because otherwise, with our model, it's unlimited, right? You pay a flat fee, and we're coming out unlimited. So you can imagine, we want this to be a very strong platform. We want it to work very well, and we want to be able to solve as many problems as we can remotely. And we ourselves use this phone platform. So we have thousands of calls a month on this system.
So if we have a problem, say one of us is going to get a new system, computer system. We got to hook in, up in the basement, and in the past we've had trouble with the phone people getting together with security people, getting together with people wanting to put in our new computer system. Are we going to have trouble getting hold of you and getting somebody out here to be here to do whatever you have to do with your phones in order for us to get hooked in with a new computer system?
Yeah, our average response time to answer the phone is 30 seconds or less. Okay, I can call my office right now, and you push literally one or two. Okay, one goes to the technicians, two goes to sales, and then someone is answering that phone that speaks English within 30 seconds. Okay.
And good English, by the way. And I'll just add to that, guys, that our best sales folks are our clients. So ACO, Association of County Commissioners, is a client of ours. So if you want to talk to some people who know what it's like to deal with us, call Chris, call Fred. Does Fred come down here and do training and stuff with you guys, or you haven't seen Fred yet? Fred, Dale,
I know Dave.
Chris, he's yep. Call those guys and ask them about us. By the way, I'll be at the ACO conference. I don't know if you guys are going to be there coming up here in April, but I'll be there. I was at ACO last week giving a presentation to all the sheriffs and county commissioners. I don't know if you guys were there. Any of you guys were out there at the training last week? Okay. So you missed a good one. It was on lead and paint and asbestos removal. Yeah, it was, riveting.
Been there, done that.
I didn't give that one though. Mine was my part interesting. But yes, absolutely, we're going to do that. And because it's unlimited, I just want to point out that we're extremely motivated to get those problems resolved. And the whole finger pointing thing probably is one of my favorite differentiators with our company, is because I hate that. You know, everybody wants to blame the problem on someone else.
Doesn't matter who, just fix it. It just
Get
needs
the
fixed.
problem
Yeah. I
resolved.
don't care who
Yeah,
did what, just,
Um,
it just needs fixed.
yeah.
One other question, okay, so we're just talking about phones, right? We're not talking about internet or anything,
Right.
and that's gonna be, there's not gonna be a problem with, if we go with the new phone system, with keeping our internet like it is, there's not gonna be any,
No.
okay.
No, but speaking about your internet, you did have me check around, and I have a couple quotes that are being prepared for you on internet. We are not internet providers. I just reached out to a couple of my contacts, and hopefully I'll get you a better deal. Right now, your prices.
So we are an IT company as well, and ACO is a client of ours. Logan County Sheriff's Department is a client. Payne County Sheriff's Department is a client of ours on the IT side. So we do cybersecurity and IT as well. So that's one of the advantages of bringing us in is that we don't do just phones. So if these guys that are running your network want to point the fingers, we'll get in the mix. We know what we're talking about. We've been doing it for a long time, and we'll figure out what the issue is. So I would like to say that I can, nobody can guarantee that you're not going to have any issues.
Right.
What I will guarantee is that we'll figure out what they
We
are.
just need to get it figured out and
Yeah.
get fixed.
Right,
So-
because if the internet coming into this building is crappy and is having problems, then it doesn't matter what service that you put on this side. You know what I mean? You're going to be having problems. So we have the tools built into our service to do some of the monitoring and be looking at the quality of the internet, and if it's dropping and things like that, you're going to call us, right? And then we'll work with your internet provider and try to get those resolved. So we'll need you in our corner for that sometimes, right? Because sometimes even though we're pointing the finger at them, they're like, well, I don't know, And then that's when we get you involved and say, okay, let's go to war, because we've got the data to prove that it's your problem. So we're a good partner to have, in your corner for those reasons, right? So I don't want to give the impression that there's going to be zero problems, but you've got a very experienced partner that knows how to get these resolved. And it's costing us money.
Right.
So it's a win-win, right? Like, I like that because it's a win-win situation. It's a win for you because there's no extra expenses. It's a win for you because we're financially motivated because we're not making any money if you guys are calling us out here all the time. We're losing money. So to me, that creates a win-win situation. And it's a win for us because if we get that problem resolved and done, we start to make money again, right? So that's a win for everybody. And I like that.
What other questions do we have, folks?
I'm good with it.
We had one other vendor that wants to
do a
talk to us
presentation.
about this. But, okay, it's not a real question, but we have, our phone system that's downstairs is like this scary big board thing, and it's got all those wires and stuff like that. And
Okay.
it's kind of frightening. I don't even know if anything got tagged. Oh, if that's
A
what
lot
you
of
better
that,
have.
a lot of that board is not operational because it's been abandoned except for
Right.
a few, I think, maybe some of 911s and my jail that goes through there. I don't think there's. much
Okay,
else that
good.
goes through there.
Well, that's good to know.
But I did know my jail goes through
Scary.
there because it gets cut off.
Okay.
And there may be other issues, guys, that we discover along the way. One sometimes that we run into is you've got bad cabling in the building, and that could be it. You've got somebody that's just got a cable, they've run it over with their chair a couple too many times, it's not been run properly, and so I don't know about that kind of stuff because that's the infrastructure you already have in here. So, but I do know that if you've got a great partner in there that you trust, and they're coming and bringing things to you saying, hey, this is not right, that's not right, this not, and then maybe we create a roadmap. Maybe not all of it has to be dealt with right away,
Yeah.
but we create a roadmap that says, hey, you know, let's get this approved and maybe 3 months from now we deal with that. And this needs to be upgraded. And so, yeah. So that's why I say our customers are probably the best ones to talk with, and we're happy to link you up with them because they know what it's like to work with us. But Damon Devereaux from Logan County, I don't know if you guys know him, or Troy is the undersheriff out there. Marvin is the undersheriff out at Payne County. You know, reach out and talk to these guys. Say what's it like working with diverse. And they'll say, well, that Grayson guy he's kind of weird, but Josh is cool.
I talk too much.
You know Glenna at Payne County?
I don't think I've met her yet. So, and if we win you guys over on the phones, I know you were going to win you over on your IT at some point. You're going to, it's going to be even better. So, what else?
Well, fantastic. Anything else?
Anything else, Randy?
No, I answered my question.
Well, I don't know that we'll take any action on that for now. I do
Okay.
appreciate you guys coming in.
Thank you.
Love it. Thanks for having us.
Yes, thank you so
Yeah,
much.
you bet.
Thank you.
Appreciate it,
Have a
guys.
day.
Yeah, thank you.
We'll be in
Good to see
when we
you.
get back with you.
Appreciate the time.
It's
Good to meet you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Number 6, discussion and possible action regarding the use of the fairgrounds on the 4th of July by the Alva Rotary Club with alcohol permits.
Steve Ford.
Did I get that right?
Yeah, Steve Ford, Alberta Club President for a couple more months. Give her that job soon enough. No, so we're trying to take the 4th of July a little bigger than it has been. You know, just we're trying to get a band, come out to the fairgrounds, set up. Because last year, I guess the fairgrounds just packed with people watching the fireworks over at the rec center. So we thought, well, get a band out there for a couple hours before, and maybe a little bit after.
That'd be fun.
Or the fireworks, and talk to ABC or the Troubadour or somebody if they want to come out and do beer sales or alcohol sales, and talk to the local food trucks and have them come out. And obviously we'd have to go through all the city permits because that's still inside city limits, and that's no problem. But we just want to run this by the county commissioners first, since you guys still control the fairgrounds, and want to kind of explain our plan to try to make the 4th of July a little bigger and better. And, maybe even bring out the M&Pops, earlier in the evening, let the kids go do something. To go play. I know they got a whole afternoon's worth of stuff down in the park, but give them something to do out the fairgrounds too when they come out there to watch the fireworks. So that's kind of the whole purpose behind it, was trying to make it a little bigger and better than it was last year.
I'll make a motion we approve. I will second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
That was easy, Steve.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Sure you don't want to keep them?
I need them. Number 7, discussion and possible action regarding the memorandum of agreement stating the county will be responsible to maintain County Road 430 located within the Alva city limits.
The reason that's on there is I took back over the west side of the fairgrounds, the road that was implemented into the city limits. Brian just thought we ought to run it through a meeting, do that memorandum. I'll make a motion to approve. We take care of other city property that we don't have memorandums on. I know, Damien, you take care of some roads that you don't have memorandums on.
Oh, I'll second that.
Yeah.
All in favor?
Aye.
So, here.
Yes.
Number 8, discussion of possible action regarding the letter of support to OERRSIRF, encouraging approval of funding for Freedom Volunteer Ambulance Service. Oversight?
Yeah, I don't know who they are, but,
It's part of the emergency management.
Yeah, I know she said that they had
Couples called
applied
me.
last year and they didn't get it, but they were hoping to
Wanted the
reapply this
letterhead.
year and just
Want
looking
me to
for some
sign something? And
support.
I faxed it back to her. She said she was gonna get another commissioners.
She sent me
Figured
some, but then I
she's
seen it was on
talking
the
to you anyway.
agenda, so I didn't know if I needed to do something send
No,
what
I
she sent me?
I think the chairman ought to sign, I mean, it's one signature
Yeah.
from what I understand. so-
No, I don't have a problem with it. I just wasn't 100% sure. Do we need a motion on that?
I'll make a motion to approve.
Yeah, I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
And it's not a guaranteed deal, she's just trying to get a grant through that, I wanna say it's Oklahoma Emergency
Yeah.
Management, something.
First I heard of it.
Second I heard of it, just the other day.
Number 9, approve, disapprove blanket purchase orders.
Make a motion to approve.
A second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Number 10, motion to adjourn, recess, or reconvene.
Make a motion to adjourn.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion adjourned.